We're skipping the whole fancy intro today because in this crate lies something completely one of a kind that nobody has ever seen before, including me. This right here is the final piece of equipment to complete the new shop build, and I have a feeling this thing's gonna be pretty damn cool. When I moved out of the old shop, I sold every single piece of equipment in there. I think I only kept like 2 or 3 things, my dip tank and my drying cabinet. That's it. So that means the old 8-color Riley 300 that you guys have seen on this channel for years through tons and tons of videos is gone. It's in a new home now with a really good friend of mine, and it's still killing it. But this shop wouldn't be complete without a new manual press in it. Even though we've got the auto, I still think there are a lot of uses for a manual press in this shop, and obviously on this channel, because I still want to share with you guys whatever I know about manual printing. So when I talked to the good people at Ryonet and Riley Hopkins about this, they were like, hell yes. Not only will we send you a new manual press that'll go perfectly with your auto, but we'll build you something totally badass that nobody has ever seen before. And when I say nobody's ever seen it before, I mean it, because I have no idea what's in this box. They would not tell me shit. All they said is that we're gonna make you something awesome and it's gonna be a surprise for you when it gets there. And I gotta say, they're off to a pretty damn good start so far, because even the crate is amazing. They did my signature blackout all over it, which is awesome. They did these stainless steel laser cut logos. I was so pumped seeing this thing roll off the truck. It's amazing. Who does this? But as cool looking as this crate is, I'm sick of looking at it. I want to crack this thing open. It's been sitting here for a very long time, and you have no idea how difficult it was for me not to open this thing and take a peek. So I'm not waiting any longer. Let's crack this bitch open. Holy fucking shit. To the crew who were involved in making this press happen, is this the reaction you were hoping for? Because, wow. Oh man, this thing's not even together yet and it's already so killer. This is a Riley 350, 8-color, 6-station. They coated it in this beautiful high gloss black powder coat, which it's me. Everything's gotta be all black, and of course, all the little white accents all over it, which just give it that little bit of, extra goodness. Got all the logos cut into here everywhere. Those look so killer. Even these little details, like the print heads, are numbered with one of our fonts that we created here at Rogue Lab called Puncture, which is something that we actually just did a huge update to and added a whole bunch of new stuff, including the stencil version of the font that is seen here. So that's pretty awesome. If you want to check that out, I linked it down below. And then this little detail, which is something that I've wanted on my press for a very long time. We've got billet aluminum tilt off contact and micro adjusters on here, which is going to be so nice. And that's just one more of those little details that makes this press completely one of a kind, because that's something that doesn't come standard on any of their presses. This is the only one. So amazing. I will obviously show you guys this press in much greater detail, but first, let's put it together. Before I go any further, I wanted to put one pallet arm and pallet on this thing before it gets too heavy for me to kind of maneuver around, because I'm not gonna lie, it is going to be a very tight squeeze in here. There is not enough room for all of this equipment in this shop, but I'm making it work. Anyways, this spot right here will be load and unload, so this looks pretty good. We got enough room to walk through here, and I only have to do kind of like a 90-degree pivot to get the shirts onto the dryer, so not too bad. Then we'll come this way. We got plenty of room here to get things through the door, so not too bad there. Keep coming this way. Yeah, a little tight between the toolbox here, but that's like a 1.5 human gap, so I'm okay with that. And then we got another kind of tight gap here between the ink mixing station, but I can kind of shimmy this table back, so not a big deal. And we're back to the load and unload spot. So I think this is actually pretty good where it sits right here. One really nice thing about these presses is you don't have to mess around leveling pallet arms, which is kind of a pain in the ass. That's something that they already do for you. It's factory set. The way that works is you just find the corresponding pallet arm to the number on the press, loosely bolt it on, and then just take these little roll pins here, line them up, pound them in, and then they straighten everything out. Once they're pounded in, then you tighten all the bolts down, finish pounding in the roll pins, and everything is perfectly straight. Final step, side clamps, complete with the nice gloss black powder. In my opinion, side clamps are always the way to go, at least in a professional setting like this where we're doing either a lot of colors on something or large runs of stuff. With my last press, it originally came with a front clamp that I did use for a while and eventually upgraded to side clamps, which I made a whole video about. Well, let me tell you, those side clamps were an absolute game changer for that press and my overall printing ability. So when it came time to get a new press, there was no way I wasn't having side clamps on it. She's finished, and man, this thing is looking so damn good. You guys ready for this? Let's go. Seriously, doesn't get much better than that. So pumped right now. Everything about this press is perfect for me. I love the fact that it uses the same pallet system as my rock, so I can use the same pallets between both machines, and I can also use the PRU system on the manual as well, so they'll make registration a breeze. And another perk is that if for some reason I need to run some sort of a test print or sample or whatever, I never have, I always tell people no, but just in case I need to do something like that, if we get some sort of a high profile client, I can run that on the manual without shutting down whatever job the auto is doing at the time, set it all up, test it on there, and once we're good to go, I can take those screens, put them on the auto, set them up with the PRU, and we're ready to go. Of course, we've got the side clamps, we've got the honeycomb pallets, we've got the rock dry run flash that's gonna be on a foot switch beside me, so the workflow, consistency, quality, all of that is gonna be top notch when working with this thing. It'll be especially top notch because we'll be printing with my signature squeegees on this thing that just happen to match the press, so hell yes. And of course, the overall aesthetics of this thing. I mean, look at it. It's so badass. I'm a big believer in the whole you look good, you feel good, you do good thing, and well, I haven't seen a manual press that looks better than this thing anywhere on the planet. That super high gloss black with the white accents, all the cool laser cut logos everywhere, the build adjustment knobs that make this thing look fast as hell, and of course the fact that our font puncture is on this thing, which is something that's kind of special to us because it's the first one that we ever created, which is also designed off of my logo. So that's pretty awesome. And hey, since I just mentioned type, that's actually a perfect segue to mention that this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community filled with thousands of classes to help you step up your creative game. Designing fonts is serious business. It is not an easy thing to do, and it's something that hopefully we're gonna cover a little bit on this channel in the future. But one thing that is easy is taking existing fonts and manipulating them and creating something all your own in Adobe Illustrator. In my opinion, I think that's the easiest way to get into graphic design. That's how I got into it. So if you're interested in doing that, you should check out this class right here by Aaron Draplin. It is golden. And because they're sponsoring today's video, Skillshare is gonna give away a free 1 month trial to the first 1,000 of you guys. All you have to do is click the link in the description below or head to Skillshare.com and use the code Lee Stuart to get your 1 month free trial. I've been a member myself for something like 6 or 7 years, so I highly recommend it. Go check it out, and thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And of course, thank you to Ryonet and Riley Hopkins for the incredibly badass press. Thank you to everyone who made that happen. Special shout out to Chris Drury. He's their director of manufacturing over there. Also an incredible bike builder, so him and I, we hit it off like immediately. He did everything that I could have ever dreamed of on this thing, so thank you, sir. This also means that the shop build is done. That was the last piece of equipment. We are finished in here, which makes me so happy. I can breathe the biggest sigh of relief when I turn the camera off. This was a long and difficult process, over a year and a half of ups and downs, mostly downs. That's why it took so goddamn long. It was stressful, but I really have nothing to complain about because this place is incredible. So many cool people came on board to help me out with this thing, and yeah, we're about to really step our game up. The last thing that we have left to do is just start turning all these machines on and testing things out, which is gonna be so much fun. And you can bet your ass that I'm gonna be filming all of that. So strap in because there's a lot more to come. So thank you guys for watching. Please click a thumbs up on this video for me. That really helps. Subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you again in the next one. Shit, I'm still pretty spry in my old age. Oh, not as spry coming down. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get this off of here by myself. This thing is heavy as hell. Was it like screwed to that fucking thing? Oh my god. No wonder I couldn't fucking pick it up.